Hi, today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about branching minds. If you're watching this live, you know that last Friday we just had a training on branching minds. And so I've taken the opportunity to play around with it a bit. And I'm going to go ahead and log on to it from Clever. So I'm going to go to the district page and I'm going to click on branching minds. And that's going to open up. It might take a second for it to load. And of course, branching minds is designed to really help us to track data flow as far as MTSS, look at the supports we're providing for our students. But there is another great resource that we didn't have a chance to talk about on Friday, and I'm sure our training will be upcoming. So when you log in, it immediately goes to students, but what I want to go to is the library, okay? And the library gives us options, so we can go to math, we can go to behavioral health. You know what? I'm going to go to social and emotional learning. So this has a bunch of programs that you could implement for social and emotional learning to help our kiddos, right? I'm going to go ahead and go to filter, and I want ones that students can do independently. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to apply. And now I see some things that we can work on with our students, right? A feelings thermometer, right? Deep breathing, things that you can help students to work on. A materials checklist, definitely things that can help our students who have issues with social and emotional things in class. If we set these things up, how can we help them out, right? Okay. Self-rewards for assignment completion. And all of these are just ideas, right? So I'm going to go ahead and let's click on self-rewards for assignment completion. And this is honestly one that I use all the time. You know, I guess it's not really a self-reward because I say to the student, if you finish this, then you can watch a YouTube video for 10 minutes, right? So if I go to they give me a summary, they tell me why I should use it, how to use it, and then they link to a website. So this one links to Intervention Central. And some of these are just ideas about how to use it, right? Talk to the student, have a checklist, help them to self-monitor, and really describe how you implement this, right? I think the behavior ones are ones that I personally really want to work with and help our kids with. But I'm going to also go back because, of course, academics are one of our main focuses. So I'm going to go back and look at some of the academic ones for you. So if I go to the library and let's just choose social studies, right? And one of the groups that really needs work in our community, we're really working with a lot of ELL learners. So I'm going to go to our emerging English proficiency. And I'm going to look for ones that the student can do independently. So what can I teach these students to do so that I'm not always translating something? And it gives me a whole list and some of the same things, but like Nat Geo, right? So some of these things you may know. We have Newsella at our school. Not everyone has Newsella, but we have Newsella at our school. The great thing about Newsella is they have articles that are specifically in Spanish, right? Websites, there are many different things, okay? So like this is just a tool, this is an activity. So flashcards, okay? That's more along the lines of language learning, and not all of these, some of these are like not specific to the topic, like read along, right? I totally agree that read along is perfect with a recorded book on tape. If you go here, this is research on it that tells you why it works. I don't know, do they actually have read alongs here that you can use with students? Anyway, strategies is what this is about. So some of them you're going to actually find the things that you need. Some of them you are not. Okay. I found a lot of read-alongs actually on YouTube where you can look for a text and find a read-along for it. So just a thought for you guys. But this is a strategy, right? As opposed to Alphabet Bingo's a game, right? So there are games, and a lot of these are lower level because I did pick that emerging. But some of them, like Nat Geo, is K-12, right? It is an education website. It has lots of stuff on it. It any website we can translate into Spanish. It's something kids can do independently, so you can think about how to integrate it, right? Anyway, I really hope you'll take a look at these supports and think about making this the first place you go to when you're looking for a material to use with students. This is a great place. You're looking for something to do to give students purpose points. Come and look in here and see what resources are available. The nice thing about everything in here is it's kind of vetted, right? They go in and they tell us why it works and how to use it, right? So how would I use this? I would find content by grade and topic and download it and print it and share with students online if I need to, right? Why to use, okay? This one says it provides them with hands-on activities, right? So that's exactly what we're going for. How can we have hands-on activities for students? So definitely some things at the Nat Geo website that you guys can look at, right? Okay. Anyway, I think this is super cool. I have been just nerding out over it, of course, because I'm looking at all the ELL supports. And I will say that there's a lot of stuff for reading, a lot of stuff for reading. Like if I do the same thing for reading, notice I have 505 different supports. So I really recommend you take a look at this, some ideas, even though like some of them I know, the graphic organizers I got, but it's a nice reminder. Hey, let's try this with this student, Anyway, I hope you have fun. Give it a little time, explore it a little bit, and I think you'll find some things that are helpful to you with thinking about how to implement those purpose points. You can find some things that you can bring in. Have a great week.